back to my shitty ass channel.
It's about a special type of girl. We call her Karleesteel.
Okay, so today I have a video. It's actually a story time. I haven't done a story time in a while, and I was like, something reminded me of this. I don't know what, but something reminded me of this story time, and I was like, you know what, I should tell this story time. By the way, I'm using a new camera. I'm using Connor's camera, and I actually just ordered this camera, so let me know if you guys like the quality and the sound better. Also, if you guys see that I'm in a different place, me and Connor just got our first apartment together. If you guys want to check out that apartment tour, you guys can just click the link at the very first link in the description. You guys can check out our apartment tour if you guys want to see more. So yeah, if you guys hear cars going by, it's because I'm right next to a window and I'm on a busy ass street. So this story time is about the time where I basically ran into my teacher on Tinder, and it was super awkward, but I didn't know it was my teacher at first. And like, disclaimer, this was before I started dating Connor, so don't be like, oh my god, like you're cheating on Connor. Like, I'm not. And there is fake Tinder accounts of me, so this was before I met Connor, so this was like a year or two ago. I was just scrolling on Tinder because like, I don't know, I was bored and like I need friends. Like I wasn't on there for like hookups or anything, just for friends. And I was going left. I think left is left when you don't like somebody, and then right is when you like someone, I think. I seen this guy who looked really familiar. I kind of knew about him, but not really, so I swiped right just so I could like look at all of his pictures and kind of like talk to him to see if I actually knew him, but he looked so familiar, so I swiped right. I just wanted to creep and like see who he was and like stuff like that. A couple days go by and he finally sends me a message and he's like, hey. And I obviously didn't want to message him first because like, I don't know, it was just weird. Like I didn't want to be like, hey, you look familiar. But if he messaged me, maybe I was like, okay, he obviously knows me or something. So he messaged me and he was just like, hey. And I say, hey. I don't really ask if I know him or anything yet because I feel like that's super awkward. So I just kind of let it go. He started asking like weird questions like, oh, like, are you good at math? Like stupid ass questions that like made no sense. So I thought it was like a pickup line like, oh, are you good at math? Because 1 + 1 = 2, and I don't know, like, you know, like a stupid ass pickup line, but it wasn't the case. He just kept asking really fucking sketchy ass questions, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're fucking creepy. Weird questions like, what grade school did you go to? Stuff like that. I thought it was just kind of making pickup lines and just trying to get to know me, so I obviously answered the questions not thinking anything of it. But low-key, math is like my favorite subject, so I said like, yeah, I'm good at math, like, bye. Fucking, I know the square root of 69 is 8 something. I got that from literally Drake. I actually suck at math, but we keep talking or whatever, and we finally get to like personal questions like, oh, like how old are you, blah 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 blah. So he asked me how old I am first, and at the time I was actually like 16 or 17, I don't remember, but I was like, oh, I'm like 16 or 17. I forget how old I was, to be honest. So I was still in school and I was underage, so I shouldn't even been on Tinder, but I lied on Facebook and said I was 18. So he goes, oh, like that's interesting, and I was like, yeah, how old are you? I'm thinking he's like 19, 20, because he looks young, but he doesn't look younger than me. And he goes, oh, I'm a 27, but his Tinder thing said 20. The highest I let myself, like my age range go to was 21. So this person was 27, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm talking to a grown-ass man. Like, this could be my dad. It was creepy. Like, he was old. I think 27 is old to me. If you're 27, don't get offended, but 27 is old to me, you know? So I was like, what the fuck? I was only like 17 or 16, so I was shook. So like, I stopped slowly answering him because I found out he was 27, and the fact that like a 27-year-old was still interested in me knowing that I was 17, like, creeped me the fuck out. So I slowly like stopped talking to him, and I was like, okay, I clearly he doesn't look familiar because he's 27 and I'm only 17, so clearly like this doesn't match up unless it's like my mom's friend or something, but my mom's like 40, so like that still wouldn't make any sense. So I just like slowly stopped talking to him, and he just didn't creep me out. Like, he wasn't inappropriate or anything. He was just weird, you know? Like, he was old, he knew I was 17, and it was fucking sketch. So I was like, bye, like I don't want to fucking talk to you, like you're fucking creepy. So a couple days go by and he goes, do you still talk to blank? I just seen her. Now I'm not gonna say her name because I hang out with her on a regular basis, but he's like, oh, do you still talk to blank? And this was like a friend that I've had for a long time. By a long time, I literally mean 10 years. So I've known this girl since I first started school, so I've known her for about like 10 years, and he was like, oh, do you still talk to blank? And I was like, bitch, how the fuck do you know who that is, and what do you mean do I still talk to them? Like, what? I was just so confused. So I said no, we continued to talk, and then he goes, oh, like, do you work now? And I said no, and I was like, do you work? Like, just asking him what he does, because obviously he's 27, so he probably has a job. And he goes, oh, he's like, oh, I'm a teacher. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're a teacher, so that means you teach kids, and you're talking to basically a kid right now. I am 17 and you're talking to a kid. Like, you better be teaching like young ass kids or like a college teacher, because you're fucking weird. So, and then I asked him, oh, like, what do you teach and where? And then he said civics, and then he said my old high school. Well, like, I was homeschooled at this time. Like, but I was like, what the hell? Now, he was never my teacher, but he was a teacher at my school, and that's why he looked familiar. And he said he was only there for about a year and a half. So I did see him before, and he did teach at my school, but I was technically homeschooled by then. So I did online school, not homeschooled. But like, it all clicked together. I was like, oh my God, this is my teacher. Oh my God, he teaches civics. Oh my God, he is 27. I am 17. Like, what the hell? That's how he knew who I talked to. And it was just creepy because like, he was never my teacher, but he was asking like, oh, do you work now? Do you still talk to this person? And this person wasn't in his class either. I asked her. So like, we don't know how he even knows that we hung out unless he just like paid attention in school a lot and like in the hallways. But it was super weird. I'm so glad he wasn't my teacher, and I'm so glad I didn't go to school that year, because if he would have talked to me on Tinder while I still went to school, I would have been so fucking creeped out. I would have been like, hey, office, get this fucking weirdo out of the school now. I would have exposed him and everything. But yeah, it was super weird, and I never want to go on Tinder again because of that. So yeah, if you guys are on Tinder, be careful and don't even go on Tinder. Like, it's fucking creepy. Like, you don't even know what can happen on Tinder. So I do have a couple more weird Tinder stories. I just don't remember them all the top of my head. Like, some people can just like tell stories, but like something has to remind me about it because I have a really bad memory. But yeah, that was it. If you guys are new, don't forget to say thumbs up and subscribe. Also check out my vlogging channel. It is Karleesteel Vlogs. Link will be in the description and also at the end screen. Don't forget to check out my apartment tour. It will be the first link in the description. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. What the fuck is Facebook? Why do I always say that? Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. They're all Karleesteel, the exact same way my name is spelled here on YouTube, except with no space. Also, don't forget to click the bell on my vlogging channel and this channel. All you have to do is click the subscribe button and then click the little bell so you guys can get a notification every single time I post. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and stay confident. Bye, beautiful.
That bikini with the brown hair. I love it when she comes around here. Damn, tell me when you come to town. We can wear them headphones, baby, no sound. Damn, what up, Karlee? What's up, girl? Tell me what I gotta do to make you my girl. With that Louis Vuitton, I can see you at VidCon.